I'm going to show you all about the basic stock window. The stock window is different than the signature window in that the signature window, signature stocks, has all kinds of scoring mechanisms and a lot of analysis, and it's not free. But however, the stock window that I'm showing you now is free to everybody. The stock window is essentially a list of all the stocks in our database. A lot of people ask why only 2,000 stocks, because that's how many it has approximately. And there are 10,000 stocks in the entire stock market, or something around 10,000. The answer is that we limit the stocks to those that trade above a certain average daily volume. I believe it's about 400,000 shares, and that trade above $1. Now, you're going to see some stocks trading below $1. That's because when we updated the database last, those stocks were trading above $1. But the point is that we limit the stocks to the ones that are liquid enough to even consider trading, and that reduces the entire stock market down to about 2,000. That's why we do that. Anyhow, the entire database is in this list at all times. You can scroll through it, page through it, etc. The columns, which are customizable by the way, can be clicked on, and you can sort ascendingly or descendingly when you click more than once. So right there I'm sorting from high to low, and there I'm sorting from low to high. I'm doing the industry column, by the way. The industry tells you what group the stock is in. And by the way, if it's colored, that means it's a hot or cold sector. See, for example, semiconductors, you see there's a pink background. That means that at this moment, semiconductors are a cold sector. It colors the top 3 hot sectors and the top 3 cold sectors. If it's reddish or pinkish, that means cold. If it's blue or green or so on, that means it's hot. And that gives you a good clue as to what kind of stocks to look for in today's market. This column here, SV rating, this is a legacy value that we got from our older product called Stock Vision. That is a score based on a handful of simple indicators. This is nowhere near as powerful as signature, but at least it'll give you a good idea. So if you only look at the top rated stocks for SV rating, it'll screen a lot of the bad ones out. But I wouldn't put too much stock in that, as opposed to using the signature window, which is in a different video. But it's there for you in case you want to use it. Probably another significant column, however, is volume change. Volume change is how much volume the stock is trading today above its normal. So if it's a 0, that means it's trading right at its normal. If it's, say, 10%, it means it's trading 10% above its normal, and so on. If you sort by that, see this stock here is trading 760% above its normal. That means it's really getting, super action. And you'll find, especially in a very dull market, that heavy volume on a stock is a very important factor. The last column here, where it says last, that's the last traded price approximately. Our product is not a real-time quote streamer. Okay, see, it's not going to be, don't hang your hat on that number. That only updates about every 15 to 20 seconds. A real quote streamer will update literally every, tenth of a second. So just keep that in mind. But it's accurate enough to get a good idea of what's going on. Percent gain is the gain of the stock since its last close in, like, say, yesterday's session. All right, now you can customize these columns by clicking Customize Columns. And by doing that, you can drag things around and so on. But I'll take that up in a different video. The way you use this window is this just gives you some clues as to looking for trades. You can sort them or screen them in different ways, and I'll give you some examples. Up here we have the filter menu, and there's some default filters. For example, if we only want to look at the bull ETFs, exchange traded funds, we can click that. Now all we have here are the bull ETFs. By the way, default filter is where you get all stocks. Now you can change any of these filters or even add new ones of your own by going to Filter Wizard, and you can create new filters. You can specify different criteria. Now these filters are not fancy like chart filters. These are just basic filters like volume, price, that sort of thing. But you can set up as many of these as you want. But probably the most powerful factor is that you can get more information by clicking on a stock. First of all, we're walking through charts right now. I happen to be on a 15-minute chart. On these charts, you can zoom in and out with that little slider. You can click on the chart once to get a way bigger chart with all kinds of bells and whistles. And the charts, by the way, I'll take up in a different video. But walking through them, you can see what kind of action's going on, and you can make trades accordingly. If you want to trade something on the paper trader, you click paper trade. You want news, it'll give you instant news on the symbol you just selected, powered by Yahoo Finance. This is actually a lot more powerful than you might think. Export. It's a way to export your symbol your stock list. You can arrange the columns any way you want, and so on. This is a simple but valuable and free tool. The only other item that I did not go over is the lists, the custom lists, which I will do in a separate video. But you could really make watch lists of just about any combination you want.